Hello, and welcome to the Reselling Report for today, Wednesday, April 22nd, 2020. I'm your host, Ann Eckhart, and every weekday morning I upload the Reselling Report here to YouTube to update you on the day's retail and e-commerce news, including the latest from eBay, Amazon, Etsy, Mercari, and Poshmark. If you haven't done so already, I hope you'll subscribe. And now let's get on with today's show. So my apologies for yesterday's show going up late. I thought I had scheduled it for the 8 a.m. release, but apparently I did not, because around 11 o'clock when I went to just look at it and start to share it out on social media, it wasn't live. So oops. But that's only happened a couple times maybe now, but yeah, it does happen. I do schedule it. So I'm going to blame YouTube, although it probably was user error on my part. But anyway, still waiting for my stimulus check. I know we've been talking about this on the show for those who are still waiting for their $1,200. I'm in the same boat as you, but some of you have gotten it, so I am happy to hear that. I've also seen some people on social media saying that they think maybe the spike in sales in the last week or so is due to people getting some stimulus money. So I hope that is the case. It seems like from what people are posting, at least on Instagram, although can't really gauge things by Instagram because people post a lot of things on Instagram that maybe aren't exactly true, but people are posting that things are selling, they're doing well. So I hope that is the case where you are. I haven't listed in a few days now. I need to start digging into my pile of vintage collectibles. I have been working on health and beauty. That stuff is all listed. And so now I've got the other stuff to get into. But yeah, I didn't do anything today. I didn't do anything yesterday. I figure it's there. I don't think we're getting out of this coronavirus lockdown or self-quarantine, whatever you want to call it, anytime soon. So tomorrow's another day for listing. In the news today, we're going to start with Google. So Google has posted on their Google Shopping blog that it's now free to sell on Google. So according to post from former PayPal executive Bill Ready, who now is the president of commerce over on Google, the retail sector has faced many threats over the years, which have only intensified during the coronavirus pandemic. With physical stores shuttered, digital commerce has become a lifeline for retailers. And as consumers increasingly shop online, they're searching not just for essentials, but also things like toys, apparel, and home goods. While this presents an opportunity for struggling businesses to reconnect with consumers, many cannot afford to do so at scale. In light of these challenges, we're advancing our plans to make it free for merchants to sell on Google. Beginning next week, search results on the Google Shopping tab will consist primarily of free listings, helping merchants better connect with consumers regardless of whether they advertise on Google. With hundreds of millions of shopping searches on Google each day, we know that many retailers have the items people need in stock and ready to ship, but are less discoverable online. For retailers, this change means free exposure to millions of people who come to Google every day for their shopping needs. For shoppers, it means more products from more stores discoverable through the Google Shopping tab. For advertisers, this means paid campaigns can now be augmented with free listings. If you're an existing user of Merchant Center and shopping ads, you don't have to do anything to take advantage of the free listings. And for new users of Merchant Center, we'll continue working to streamline the onboarding process over the coming weeks and months. These changes will take effect in the U.S. before the end of April, and we aim to expand this globally before the end of the year. Then they have a link to their help center. Also says they're kicking off a new partnership with PayPal to allow merchants to link their accounts. That's very interesting. That's clearly a move here to get maybe eBay sellers who are not wanting to move away from PayPal, stick with PayPal. The article goes on to say this will speed up our onboarding process and ensure we're surfacing the highest quality results for our users. And we're continuing to work closely with many of our existing partners that help merchants manage their products and inventory, including Shopify, WooCommerce, and BigCommerce, to make digital commerce more accessible for businesses of all size. So that's really interesting. Google Shopping used to kind of be a thing, but it never really took off. But they're clearly looking to bring it back up, and I'm really interested with the partnership with PayPal. Now, this is clearly going to be for people who already have their own standalone website. So if you are someone who's been maybe thinking about or have started a Shopify site or another independent site, this is interesting. I also wonder, I have a blog, and occasionally, I don't do it much anymore, but I will put my eBay listings on my blog. So I wonder if that would link at all, get people to my blog and then over to eBay. Probably not. I'm thinking you must have to have an actual standalone store. But anyway, this article, along with every article that I reference on the show, will be linked in the show notes below. So you can go check it out, read more. And they, again, have this link over on their help center that you can go through. And if you want to utilize Google for your reselling business. Another reselling site that doesn't get talked about much anymore is Bonanza, but Bonanza has just posted a new article entitled Stripe Available to All Sellers. This says, "Hi, Bonanzlers." Oh, is that a thing? If you're on Bonanza, you're a Bonanzler. Okay. Shelly here. I am the seller happiness manager at Bonanza. Oh, good grief. This article is already getting on my nerves. This means I gather feedback from you, our sellers, about what you need from Bonanza, and then I work closely with our designers and developers behind the scenes to make it happen. Stripe is now available to all sellers. We are very excited to be able to finally activate this option, as it took us a bit more time than we anticipated. Stripe is a payments platform that provides smooth solutions for businesses of all sizes, giving buyers a choice besides PayPal on how to pay for their purchase. Buyers want options. Providing more payment options to buyers often invites a higher rate of conversion. We also know how important it is to allow buyers to check out easily with a debit or credit card. And we heard loud and clear from you that you wanted Stripe to be available to all of our sellers and not just those with a paid membership subscription. Taking into account all this valuable feedback, our way forward was clear, and we can't wait for you to try it out. So the article does go on to talk a little bit more about Stripe, how to sign up. But if you sell on Bonanza, you now can not only offer PayPal, but you can also now offer Stripe as a way for people to pay directly. Stripe charges an initial fee of 2.9% plus 30% per transaction, similar to what you pay on PayPal, and there are no additional fees from Bonanza aside from the final value fees, which they already impose. So is anyone still selling on Bonanza? Let me know. I never sold on there. I know a few people who did here and there, but yeah, I honestly don't even think about Bonanza. But if you have sold or are selling on Bonanza, definitely leave a comment below. Turning now to eBay. eBay has posted a new announcement on the community board entitled Listing Promotions Extended Through July. On March 17th, 2020, we announced all eBay store subscribers could list up to 50,000 additional fixed price listings free in March and up to 50,000 additional listings free in April in order to test new inventory that buyers may be searching for in the challenging COVID-19 environment. Then on April 2nd, 2020, we announced that sellers who do not currently have a store would receive 200 additional fixed price and auction listings free to list and sell more during this challenging time. These promotions were well received by our sellers, and many of you shared that you'd like to have more time to take full advantage of the free listings. Effective immediately, to make sure you have ample time to bring on new inventory, we're extending both of these offers through July 31st. If you are a store subscriber, you will have an additional 50,000 free listings per month for May, June, and July once the promotion is activated. All other sellers will receive 200 additional fixed price listings and auction listings for May, June, and July once the promotion is activated. If you've already activated the promotion, you do not need to take any action. Your promotion will automatically be extended through July. If you are a store subscriber and have not activated the promotion, they do provide a link. And if you're a seller who doesn't have a store and you haven't already activated promotion, there's a link to that as well. So I, for one, am super happy. So we are getting 50,000 free listings for the next 3 months in addition to the past 2 months. And I, for one, am super happy about that. Although I don't think I have enough to list to go over what I already have available to list that's included in my store subscription. I'm a premium store subscriber, so I have 1,000 listings that are included in that subscription. I definitely don't have more than that to list. But for those who are still actively sourcing and bringing in new inventory, hopefully this will make a difference. It's what we wanted. I think every seller wanted those promotions to be extended and continued. So now we have. So that will make a total of 250,000 free listings from March through July. Is my math right? Yeah, 250,000 free listings for store subscribers when you consider March, April, May, June, and July. So thanks, eBay. Sticking with eBay, is eBay sending offers to your blocked buyers? There's a new post up over on the e-commerce Bytes blog that says the last thing sellers want to do is stir up trouble with buyers they've had problems with in the past. But in a video on YouTube, the auction professor says eBay is doing that through the Offers to Watchers feature. eBay allows sellers to send offers to shoppers who are watching one of their items or who have one of their items in their cart. It's called Seller Initiated Offer, and it appears to be a popular feature with sellers. It is to me. I really like to use it. The article goes on to say, however, eBay doesn't provide sellers with the identity of those shoppers, and according to online selling guru Don, aka the auction professor, when eBay sends seller-initiated offers to watchers, it includes even those buyers who are on the seller's blocked buyer list? What? Buyers and bidders are unable to communicate once a seller has blocked them. But if if a buyer receives a seller-initiated offer, they can, Don said in the video, Guru Don. The ramifications of that flaw range from a mere annoyance all the way to being dangerous, given the fact that some buyers have harassed sellers. In his video, the auction professor explained that someone he had added to his blocked buyer list in the past recently received one of his offers through the seller-initiated offer feature and was then able to message him again. It resulted in a lot of wasted time and aggravation, but it could have been worse. Among the people he has blocked over the years was a person who has made a death threat against them. Oh, for crying out loud. So, based on his description of the problem, it would appear that buyers and bidders are able to watch items from sellers who have blocked them. Changing that could help sellers avoid the kind of problem described in this video. Okay, I did not know that. I haven't heard of that. Has that been an experience with you? Definitely let me know. But I have a lot of people on my blocked buyers list. Second anyone even looks at me funny, they go on the blocked bidder list. I don't have time to deal with crazy on eBay. I got enough crazy in my real life. So my blocked list is huge. So that's going to be super annoying if I'm accidentally sending offers to people who I've blocked and now they can come and talk to me again. Not liking that, eBay, not liking that. And one more bit of news from eBay today. They have posted over on their selling section of the site, Up and Running with eBay, How We're Helping Small Business. eBay releases new short film that celebrates small businesses everywhere and announces enhancements to the accelerator programs for current and future sellers. Earlier this month, eBay developed Up and Running, an accelerator program specifically designed to help Main Street retailers without an e-commerce presence transition to online selling, pledging up to $100 million in support for small businesses across North America. Since launch, there's been a remarkable 55% increase in our buyer registration numbers. While this response is strong, we know there is more to be done to fast-track the success of businesses that could use a boost right now. Okay, so right there, 55% increase in the registration does not indicate that those people are actually starting to sell. We talked yesterday on the show of statistics that say traditional brick and mortar stores are not going online right now, that there has not been an increase of new online sellers. eBay says 55% increase in people registering, but are they actually selling? Doesn't say that. This article goes on to say, today we are launching a short film on our social channels to help spread the word about the support eBay is offering new and existing sellers. The film, created from footage of real eBay sellers, is a tribute to small business owners everywhere who pour their hearts into their work day in and day out. While the challenges facing the small business community can sometimes feel insurmountable, eBay can help power you by providing the e-commerce tools, resources, and mentorship needed to survive and thrive online, where buyers are moving their purchases at a significant rate. It also has a section called Critical Support for Our Community. eBay says they've taken steps to implement support and relief for their sellers, talking about, as we know, the deferred payment option and the free listings that they've been offering, and talks a little bit more about that. eBay sellers can also choose to donate 10 to 100% of a sale to organizations like Feeding America, Direct Relief, and the Opportunity Fund. eBay will match those charitable donations dollar for dollar up to $1 million. And lastly, it says that they've joined forces with a coalition of more than 40 companies in Stand for Small, powered by American Express. Launched today, the new digital platform leverages the power of partnership across multiple industries to provide meaningful support to small businesses during the COVID-19 crisis and recovery efforts through 2020. The Stand for Small coalition will offer millions of U.S. small businesses support through valuable services, offers, and access to tools and expertise, among other benefits. These resources are available to support small businesses as they work to reduce their operating expenses, manage their teams remotely, enhance their digital capabilities, and address other needs during this pandemic. There are a lot of links in this post, and again, this will be linked in the show notes below the video if you want to go and dig more into this. I heard from some viewers, listeners, who, thanks a lot, eBay, for trying to bring all of this competition online in favor, instead of favoring those of us who've been on the site for a long time. I guess eBay's response is, well, hey, we've given you all these free listings. You can defer fees, which you still have to pay the fees. They're not being forgiven. But then they're also spending $100 million to attract new sellers to the site. I don't know how I feel about that when there are those of us who've been on the site for years. I've been on for 16 years now, selling on eBay full time. I could use a little bit, $100 million to help my business. I don't need you to help another business come online and compete with me, but that's just my feeling. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Turning to Etsy. Now, I am not someone who knows much of anything about the stock market, so I'm just going to read this article from the New York Stock Exchange Alert and hope that maybe some of you will understand it. This is titled Shocking Change, Etsy. On Monday, shares of Etsy generated a change of 6.53% and closed at $65.05. EPS growth is a significant number as it suggests the performance of a company. It is generally exposed as a percentage and is then referred to as the EPS growth rate. Growth in EPS is an essential measure of administration performance because it shows how much money the company is making for its investors or stakeholders, not just the changes in profit, but also after effects of issuance of new shares. So what I'm reading that to be is the fact that Etsy has gone up, has a good growth, that it's doing well, not just in generating own profit, but returning money to its investors. That's what I'm getting from it. Ignore my commentary because it very well could be wrong. But anyway, that is what seems to be the only news really today coming from Etsy. So if you're an Etsy stockholder, I don't know, is that a good thing to invest in? I know nothing about it, so why am I even asking? I wouldn't even know how to buy a stock if you told me. But anyway, I guess you can buy stock in Etsy and it's doing well. And finally, today over on the Poshmark Facebook page, a few new posts. They're promoting their Poshmark Community Toolkit. Now, this has been up for a while, but looks like they're just trying to promote that again. That goes through the ins and outs of running a successful Poshmark business. So that isn't actually, I've looked at it before, it is quite a helpful page to go through. They're also doing a giveaway over on Poshmark. It says, we've partnered with No Issue Co. to spread the love and give away 20 packs of the compostable poly mailers. So that's going on there. And then they've announced a new Posh and Coffee, which is their new virtual version of Posh and Sip, going on May 2nd. So if you're interested, you can head over to Poshmark, check out these articles, and let them know that you're interested in the next Posh and Coffee. And that's a wrap on today's show. If you liked it, please be sure to give it a thumbs up and leave me your questions and comments. Also, check out the show notes below the video for links to the articles I referenced. Thank you so much for listening. I will talk to you again tomorrow. Have a great day. Bye.